BJ Penn. Now, I mean, this is the hottest show in town. This is as far as gossip and folklore and what's going on, and hey, I can't look away from that. I tried to get involved, and BJ just asked for help. And he didn't ask me for help. He was asking for help. And he was going to former sponsors and just people that he would know. He was going to Dana Lorenzo, like anybody that he would know from our community of MMA who may be able to assist him. He's saying, would you please? My support and assistance my whole life has always been my family, but now my family can't assist and support me because they're the very ones that I'm having the beef with. Okay. So I don't know how I can help, but I just offered to help. You know what? What do you got? You asked for help. I'm in. What do you got in mind? So because of that, I've been in fairly good communication with the folks in Hilo and those around BJ. And there's something I want you to know. And I've been sitting, I've been thinking, how do I tell them that? I don't mean that it's a secret. I want you to know, but how do I say it? What are the words? So let me take a shot at this, okay? But one thing that I do want you to know, from my perspective, but I've got pretty good perspective. I'm talking to people that boots on the ground, right? I'm talking, there's BJ right there. I mean, I've got the sources. That doesn't mean that I couldn't come to the wrong interpretation, but I very strongly believe, and I do want to relay to you, BJ is not dangerous. And that's the number one thing, because see, that's what the fear is. Even when the family comes in and they're putting a restraining order on him. Let me set the stage for you. BJ says my family has been killed. My family has been abducted and killed, and imposters have been put in their place. Now, the imposters are motivated to do this because my family is worth a lot of money. So they're coming in, assuming the house, assuming the other properties, assuming the funds, and then ultimately an inheritance and an estate, which they're doing largely to get rid of me. Well, if you truly believed, and he does, that your mother has been killed and somebody else is in her shoes, you could see where a reasonable person, you, are going to think, well, wait a minute, that woman is now in danger. If you kill BJ Penn's mother and BJ Penn finds you, you're going to have a big effing problem. I mean, that would be a very common belief, and I'm trying to tell you, and I'm not positive of how or how to relay it or how I'm so comfortably at this conclusion, but that is not the case. He is not upset and looking to avenge the death of his mother. So, but I really want you to know that. I really want you to hear that, because when these stories on BJ are coming out, I don't want you to be afraid to click on them. I don't want you to be afraid to share them. BJ himself is very accessible. I don't want you to be afraid to strike up a conversation with BJ through something called direct message. And if you've got a level of advice, to add it. If you want to just provide him with some company, go ahead. But I am very comfortable in telling you that is not where this situation is going, as much as he's trying to get to the bottom of this and he's trying to get things sorted out. And guys, believe me, I get that the story is an unusual one. I'm just trying to share the other side of isolating BJ as a way of punishing BJ for the idea that BJ is going to eventually punish you. That's actually just not a piece of this. However we got to where we are, and whatever ingredients have been put in, whatever facts, whatever accusations, whatever assumptions, that's not a piece of it. There is not an angry BJ. There is a smart BJ who has figured out what's going on. He's seen it. He's got proof. He can look to the earlobes just by example. He knows. But there is not a BJ that's seeking a retribution for this. So when you do see these stories, if you're on the side of the spectrum where you think this is very serious or you think that this is good gossip, fair enough. But those are your boundaries. I can tell you from my time in this and my experience and the reaching out and the contacts that I have, which is a multiple time daily event, those are your boundaries. There is not an angry, premeditating, plotting BJ out there. The story, the way that you've got it, is the entire thing. That's it. There's some people that are impersonating his family. He knows his family has been abducted. He believes they've been abducted and killed. All he knows for sure is this is not mom, dad, and brother. These are characters playing mom, dad, and brother. All right, you know what? A few minutes ago, I told you that I was wondering how I was going to explain this and that I was worried that I would not have the rhetorical ability. I think at this point, 5 minutes and 50 seconds later, we've proved once again that I was right.